Generally, you'll see your results with Kybella within about a month to 6 weeks. So the swelling will be early on, where your jowl might look a little bit more enlarged, or the area underneath your chin might be more full than it was before the treatment. By the time you're at 2 to 3 weeks, you probably will be at a point where you don't have any swelling that's visible, and the jowl or the submentum might be about the same size it was pre-treatment. At 6 weeks or so, you'll see your final result from that first session. Then generally we're going to recommend a follow-up session, and sometimes a third follow-up session. In some instances, we can get the job done in one injection treatment, and we generally use a cannula for that, although we sometimes put it in on a grid pattern with the manufacturer's needle. So Kybella is one of the tools that we have when we've got a little bit of facial fat that we don't want. The most common area is a little jowl that overhangs the mandibular border. So as far as fat underneath the chin, Kybella will work for that, but in most cases we'll either recommend a limited liposuction procedure or cool sculpting to do the bulk of that work, and then we'll use Kybella as our fine tuning. And so we see people who've had a facelift elsewhere who may have a residual little bit of jowl that wasn't fully corrected in the facelift that was done elsewhere, and we will correct that with Kybella. Works very nicely. We do see some skin toning and contracture with Kybella, but you shouldn't just plan that you're going to get a fantastic amount of skin contraction, but generally we do. One caveat about Kybella is it does cause some swelling for a short period of time. So if you're trying to make the jowl go away, you'll need a little bit of time. So you don't want to plan on coming in 2 weeks before your daughter's wedding and expect that we can melt that away and that you'll be fully recovered in that short of a period of time. So the theory on Kybella, so the chemical in Kybella is one of the naturally occurring chemicals that's in our biliary tract, which allows us to digest fat. So the Kybella is digesting the fat within the fat cell. Now, if the fat cell dies in the process, which is called apoptosis, then that fat won't come back. If the fat cell survives and you gain weight, you could gain some weight, but it will always be less than what you would have had otherwise.